Hi, today we're going to continue reading Nancy Clancy Book 7, Chapter 10, Antiques and Erotic. On Wednesday, Nancy's class got to watch a movie, an educational kind called a documentary that means nothing, and it was made up. This one was about the gold rush. Near the end, photos of miners and long beards and dirty clouds flashed one after another on the screen. One actor of camera read aloud a letter that had been written by a miner to his wife. He was miserable. With the money I laid out for equipment and paying rent to sleep in a tent, I'm poorer now than before. The miner had stock in a claim. That meant he and nobody else could look for gold in certain and a lot of land. It had cost him a lot to get the claim, and was all for nothing. I have no struck gold. A lot of fellow neighbor did. Nuggets the size of peas. He's rich, yet I have nothing to show. I'm so sorry I have to have let down you and the little ones. I thought I would have a fortune by now. Nancy knew how the prospector felt. Of course, she didn't have a family to support, and she had made a little money, but a lot Brie checked every day on Facebook. No new orders had come in for the bun crown. Nancy found a little hard hearing how wealthy other kids were getting. Clara was making a bundle from her biscuit stand. One day, she came in wearing silver Queen Snickers. I bought them with money for my biscuit business. Mr. Dundee had overheard Clara. It sounds like your idea is really taking off, Clara beamed. Later, Mr. D asked Clara to tell the class more about her business. He didn't have to remind her of this time about speaking loud and proud. I started out selling biscuits from a stand in front of my house, she said, but now people are calling and placing orders. One lady ordered 2,000. Mr. Dundee explained that Clara was successful because there was a demand for the products she's selling, great homemade biscuits. Robert was also making lots of money, teaching lasso tricks. He had 5 students coming once a week for $3 an hour. How is the way Robert is earning money different from Clara? Right away, Clara said, I am biscuits and he's a sauce. Mr. Dudney didn't seem to reply. Sassifed with that answer. Anything else that makes their business different? Nancy cupped her hand in her chin and pondered. She thought about her guitar teacher, Andy. Then, since nobody else's hand was up, she raised hers. Well, Clara's making something Robert isn't. He's teaching something else he's good at. Exactly, Mr. Dudney said. Clara is proving a product and Roberts is offering a service. There are 2 different types of business. So Robert and Clara are 3 down easy to being successful and making money. Nancy was surprised when both of them shouted, Yes! Robert said that he used to relax after school by playing video games for an hour. now, with my lasso classes, I can't. And I miss my little cousin's birthday party because of that big biscuit order that came in last Saturday, Clara said. Mr. Dudley nodded. Robert and Clara both have to give up some fun. Robert leisure time. Being an entrepreneur is hard work. You can say that again, Robert said. It turned out that Lionel was one of the Robert's new students. As soon as the last bell rang, he came over to Nancy and asked, "It's okay if we cancel checkers today?" Lionel and Nancy had a weekly after-school game. Robert has to go to the dentist after school tomorrow, so he wants to switch my lesson to today. Okay, Nancy replied, a little disappointed. When she and Bree hopped on their bikes and rode off, since there was no homework for tomorrow, they decided to hang out in their clubhouse and read the last of Nancy Drew books that they checked out from the library. We're not rich, but we certainly have plenty of leisure time, Nancy pointed out. Just as they turned into their block, they saw Mrs. Devine standing by the front gate to her house. The moment she spotted Nancy and Bree, she started waving frantically. Jewel was yipping and racing around her ankles. You'll never guess, Mrs. Devine said. A week from Sunday, Antiques and Neurotic is coming to town. They're tapping a show. Nancy and Bree were way more than surprised. They were flabbergasted. I've been checking the show website every day. Today they just put up the schedule for cities for the new season. We'll be one of the first shows on air. Nancy and Bree stared at each other. They both knew what the other was thinking. Nancy Drew could wait. They called for tea. Bye.